Good morning and welcome to my channel, Tea Time Witches Budgeting and Manifesting. I am a brand new newbie budgeter, just embarking on my journey. I feel like this is what my life has felt like financially. As you can see, it's just been one big mess. So, for about the last 4 or 5 weeks, I've been cleaning up this mess. And it's getting cleaner and cleaner as the days go on. Now, start my journey, I ran across a channel on YouTube for no apparent reason, just out of the blue. It came up. It was just, I don't even know. I don't believe it was coincidence. I really do believe that it was brought into my life for a reason, because there's just no other way. I've just been learning so much as time has gone on. More and more and more every day, which has definitely helped me. Financially already, I've already seen some differences. Now, I have identified what needs to happen now. I think that was the biggest part, was actually figuring it out. All right, I know my biggest fault was, excuse me, it was definitely swiping the credit card. Now, I know that I've been using them too much, but it's been out of necessity, not just crazy spending. It really has been. It's nothing that I've been doing on purpose, like, oh, I want that new pocketbook, or I want those brand new pair of boots. It's been nothing crazy like that. So, I identified that problem, but now I have a new one, okay? I know what that problem is, but how do I fix that problem? Well, the first thing I had to do was create a budget, and that is what I did. I bought a very small planner on Amazon. Quickly realized that it wasn't meeting my needs. Now I'll show you what I mean in a moment. But let's back up to, I do like watching YouTube. I don't have cable because I haven't been able to afford it in quite some time. A couple of years anyway. So I'm on YouTube one night after work. I'm tired, I'm relaxing, and I come across, in my recommended feed, it says, it was some budgeting, and I was like, oh, what's this? That's different, because I don't watch anything like that ever on my YouTube channel, and we all know that what comes up in the channel is usually the kind of content that you watch. So I clicked on it, and the first video ever I watched, budgeting video, was from Pink X Budgets. I was totally impressed and inspired by her. I said, wow, this woman's got she's got it together. There's just like, that's amazing. It totally inspired me to change my life financially. So big shout out to you, Pink. That's awesome. From there, it spiraled to binge watching, and I found so many more new budgeting goddesses on there. It was actually really inspiring. I learned so much in the last 6 weeks. It's just been amazing. Now, here is the first planner I had. I'm still using this. I'm using it for my income now, but here's January. I'm really not sure. I'm all over the place. I'm trying, I'm trying. Now, it did help me. It helped me to identify the categories, how much do I need to budget for this variable expense per month? Where am I, why am I going over? What is all this? Now, in the beginning, I did do the sinking funds straight out of the gate. I was doing 2 challenges, a 26-week challenge, and just a regular savings. I quickly learned that's not working for me either. Okay. It's not that it didn't work. It was helping me. But however, I was really seriously lacking in some cash flow. And that was one of the main reasons why I was swiping those credit cards to buy groceries, because I just didn't have that budget. I would just go out to the store without a grocery list, without any meal plans, throw stuff in the cart and head home. And that adds up, as we all know. Groceries is like the silent secret killer in everyone's budget. And I'm still working on that. I went over budget this week again. But I'm going to be able to rectify that with some other income that will be coming in today. So these are all things that I'm learning about. I did purchase a Erin Condren monthly planner, and this has much more, really has suited my needs. I can't even begin to tell you how much better. So I basically didn't get this until February. I did buy a sticker kit, which in the future, unless I have money, I won't be doing that anymore. It was quite expensive. I absolutely love them, but as you can see, just by the beginning of this video, that was the chaos I was living in day to day. Financially drowning, just total chaos, and I've cleaned up my act quite a bit. I'm budgeting my paychecks. I only get paid twice a month. So, I incremented the first half of the month with my first paycheck. I will pay these bills. This is the money I'll be putting into my cash envelopes. These are going to be my expenses for the month, totally, my variable. And I also realized real quick that with the lack of cash flow, which was about $240 something after the whole month was said and done, I wasn't going to be getting anywhere, because if I went over budget in groceries, or I had to buy my pet's medicine, or I needed more gas, it was quickly getting depleted just like that. So what I did was I started working a part-time job, DoorDash, and I do that 5 to 6 to 7 days a week, depending on the weather, depending on how much money I need, depending on my energy level and how tired I am after my full-time job, which is very, very draining, to say the least. So it's all coming together finally, and I really wanted to hold myself accountable. I wanted to create this channel. I was very inspired to do so, to help me stay on track, to help me say, okay, Shirley, you're going to do this. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the journey. I'm learning so much. And as time goes on, it's just getting better and better. Now, one of the things I've tried to fix immediately was my cash flow. I know I keep coming back to that, but it's really part of my big problem. So I am self-employed. I'm an early childhood educator. I work out of my home. Most people call it daycare or childcare. I've been doing that for 15 years now. I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. I've had other businesses. I've had a cleaning business. I've also had an inflatable business for children. I'm the person you'd call when you wanted that bouncer set up in your yard for your child's birthday party. So I'm very well aware of taxes. I'm very well aware of, I have to save this money because the tax man will, have his hands out. It got to the point that it was so bad where I wasn't able to save that money every paycheck for my taxes. With the COVID pandemic, that changed things drastically for us. I do not have a full house of children right now. That's one of the major problems. My income has been inconsistent. So when I'm short, that's when I went to the credit cards. Now, my credit cards are almost all maxed out, okay? And then I realized I have a bigger problem. Now what am I going to do? And then magically I saw the video, and it's just been going from there. Now, I found something, and it's called a cash flow score. Basically what you do is you write down all the debts that you have. Okay, you write down the balance, and you write down the minimum payment per month for that debt. You don't need to write the interest rate down. I just did that for my own interest. Now, what you do is you take the balance of any given debt. We'll take my son's car, for example. I owe $1,410.72. My minimum payment per month on that is $212.48. Excuse me. Very simply, you take the balance and you divide the minimum payment into that. Now, what you get is called a credit score. Once you get that credit score, then you line them all up from smallest to the greatest, okay? My son's car scored 1, so basically that means I should be focusing on paying off this debt first, because it will be putting $212.48 back into my cash flow once it's paid off. Now, yes, it does have a smaller interest rate compared to my credit cards. The worst one I have is Care Credit, and this is the one I use for my animals. I have a lot of debt from the vet bills and visits they've had. I have some elderly. My youngest animal right now is 11, and then it goes up from there. So they've had quite a bit of issues in the last year and a half. So as you can see, this has a higher interest rate than the car, yes. But when I get this done, when I pay this one off first, there's only going to be $81 going back into my cash flow, which is the remainder of the money you have left every month after you've paid all your expenses. Now, if you use the cash flow score system, it really makes a huge difference. When I get this car paid off, my plans are to pay 2 payments a month. This would have been paid off in September. I'm now forecasting that it'll be paid off late April, early May. So instead of $81, or here's another credit card, $47 going back into my cash flow per month and taking this amount and applying it to another debt, I'm going to have $212.48 that's going back into the cash flow that I can apply to my next debt to be paid off. I hope that makes sense. I really did a lot of research on this, and it made total sense to me, and I felt like this is where I was being drawn to, the direction I was drawn to do. The other thing I did change was I applied for a Discover card. It has an intro rate for 14 months of 0 APR. Now, I figured I could save some interest, some money right there by transferring some balances over to that card in the meantime. So that card's not even here yet, but I will be doing another video on that, of how much more money that will be putting also added into my cash flow, believe it or not. Even though I'll have a different payment, I'm still going to be having more cash flow added in, okay? So that is my video for today. I'm filming this before work in the morning. I have one more thing I wanted to share with you. I'm not sure if I put that back away. It looks like I did. I pulled my tarot the other day. Yeah, it's still on the top. And I shuffled and shuffled. I haven't used my tarot cards in a few months. I'm not a tarot reader. My daughter is, but I'm not, however. And I just like playing with the cards once in a while, doing a reading for different situations in my life and so forth. Now, I did film another video already for this channel, and it was backwards. It got interrupted. I'm not sure how to edit yet, so I'm going to refilm, and that's what I'm doing now. Now, the night before I was going to film, I shuffled the cards, and I drew the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is a major arcana card in the tarot. Now, Pentacles is another terminology for coins or wealth, prosperity, abundance, fertility, new growth. And I was just totally blown away by the fact that I was working on doing the filming that night. I pulled this card, and it basically, Spirit confirmed to me that you are on the right path. Now, I just want to read that to you. I just got to find the Pentacles. Here it is. Now, it says, when you pull this card, this is the meaning behind it. It is the beginning of a new venture or task, new ideas, planting seeds for the future, great potential for success, manifesting power, ambitions, and prosperity. This ace is a powerhouse of possibility and reveals the materialization of earthly ambitions in all the wonderful things. When you seed your future by planting your very first intentions, things feel so exciting, raw, and possible, don't they? Hold on to those feelings of optimism and success, for the new start that you are welcoming to your life right now has incredible potential to thrive. Your ace initiates a timeline where your future wealth, health, and material abundance are ushered in. By figuring out your soil conditions, which would be budgeting, your watering schedule, which would be our payment schedules, right? And the needs of this unique seed, you will be able to see it through to fruition. Bring your determination and dedication and see your abundance spring into life in the form of successful outcomes, material and financial wins, and soul-satisfying well-being. With this powerful message for good things to come, it's time to visualize, attract, prioritize, and act. And it has an affirmation of, I plant my goals with intention. I direct focus in faith. Now, I don't know about you, but I was totally blown away when I received that. I just could not believe it. I couldn't. I was like, of all cards. So Spirit was definitely talking to me that morning. Okay, so hence the channel name, Budgeting and Manifesting. I do want to manifest more abundance into my life. I do want to manifest the mental clarity, the energy and the strength that I need to be able to work a second job to have more cash flow income coming in. So I wanted to share these. I painted up these really quick watercolor pictures or just trees. I wanted to share these affirmations with you. And as they say, you are what you think. It really is true. The power of manifesting and the law of attraction are very real things. And I'm not quite sure why I haven't been using them. But I plan on doing so in the future. Now, for many, many months now, I do have affirmations that I say every morning when I wake up while I'm getting dressed in the morning and getting ready. The house is still quiet. You don't have anything to worry about yet, you know. You don't have all the daunting to-do list going through your head. Now, the first one is, I'm attracting all the money I desire. I'm attracting all the money I desire. A very simple affirmation to say. My passion is to manifest money for myself. And those are two very simple affirmations that I wanted to share with you. Hopefully, on this journey of budgeting together, we can also manifest together. I think it would be really fun for you to embark on that journey with me as well. Until next time, I bid you farewell. I will be seeing you soon with some new uploads. Look out for those on my channel. Thanks for listening. Take care.